Okay, and we are now starting videos for phase 2. You're mid-conversation. They say something slightly off. You nod, smile quickly. Yeah, that makes sense. But your stomach drops. You feel it, and you ignore it, and you keep agreeing. That voice in your head might not be yours. There is a moment in childhood when identity is still forming. Something gets said, you are too much. You are difficult. You are just like her. And it doesn't get evaluated. It gets absorbed. Because belonging matters more than accuracy. So the sentence lands and it stays. Years later, you are capable, articulate, self-aware. But when something goes slightly wrong, the same sentence activates, not as a memory, as identity. You say something in the meeting and replay it on the drive home. I should have said that differently. You send a message and reread it 3 times. Was that too much? You start explaining before anyone asks you to. You don't question the voice, you adjust to it. And let's get precise. This is identity imprinting. Not consciously, neurologically. When a caregiver projects criticism, comparison, shame, the child integrates it because attachment wins over accuracy. So, your system learns, if they say it, it must be me. From a Jungian lens, this forms a complex, an internal authority structure that carries someone else's voice but speaks as if it is you. And here's the distortion. You think you're being self-aware, where you are actually running an internal prosecutor. It doesn't ask, is this accurate? It asks, how do I correct myself fast? That speed matters because your nervous system learned correction equals safety. So now you don't wait for feedback. You pre-correct. And this is where I would like to invite us, strong women, to interrupt that pattern. Notice the urgency to adjust before anything has actually happened. That's the old contract. If I fix first, I stay safe. Let's pause before we do anything else. With that, let me ask you something uncomfortable. When that voice speaks, are you discerning or obeying? Inside the infinity method, this is where belief sorting begins. The shift is not silencing the voice, it is separating from it. Not, is this true? Instead, does this belong to me? And you don't answer that intellectually, you check it in the body. Because when a belief isn't yours, there is pressure. Tight chest, forward lean, urgency to fix. When it is yours, there is clarity, even if it is uncomfortable. So instead of adjusting immediately, you pause. You don't add the extra sentence. You don't over-explain. You let the moment stand. That's governance, not perfection. It has showed up for me recently. I sent a message, clean, direct, done. A few seconds later, I reopened it. My eyes went straight to one line. My chest tightened and a thought came in. That might be too much. My thumb hovered over the screen, ready to soften it. Add context. Make it easier to receive. And I caught it, not dramatically, cleanly. I said it out loud. It is clear. But underneath, there was another thought. If you don't adjust this, they might take it the wrong way. That was the moment. Old pattern, fix it. New move, pause. I locked my phone, I put it down, I did nothing. The discomfort stayed for a minute, maybe two. Then it dropped. Not because I fixed anything, because I didn't abandon myself. Nothing escalated, nothing broke, but internally something reorganized. I wasn't responding to the voice, I was observing it. So let me leave you with this. When the voice shows up, does it actually sound like you or someone you learned to listen to? You are not the voice you inherited. You are the one who decides what gets authority. If this is landing, stay with me.